Howdy, I'm John.
And I'm Veronica.
And welcome to Henderson Kane. Henderson Kane is a local neighborhood general store in the old historic 6th Ward. It's actually been a general store since 1936, belonging to one family after another. And my wife and I were lucky enough to take over the store about 3 years ago.
When you think about an old general store, it has a little bit of everything, and that's really what we wanted this place to be. The neighborhood is all Victorian historic homes, so beautifully maintained.
We are located on the corner of Henderson and Kane. It really reminded me of what it was like growing up in Houston when I was younger. It seemed like every neighborhood in Houston had a store that sold your sundries, dry goods, groceries, but also had something going on in the kitchen.
It's cool because you can come in and get just a little bit of everything. If you want food or if you need groceries, it has basically anything you could need.
We love barbecue and it's a big part of our life, so we do Texas style barbecue here.
The guy really knows how to cook his barbecue, that's for sure.
And our pulled pork, it's super tender, a lot of flavor, and we really treat it with a lot of care. And we have over 60 local vendors in the shop. Puts us at over 100 locally made products. That's become a huge part of our program.
We have a very close relationship with all of the products that we carry in the store, the people that make them, and the customers that buy them.
So Veronica and I met here in the old historic 6th Ward. I was looking at the building and wanted to turn it into something, and Veronica is an architect by trade.
The best way you hit on an architect is you take them to a project. It really needed a lot of work at the time, and I really thought he was insane, but he was cute. And so I thought I would, at the very least, I would help him kind of carry out his dream. You know, his grandfather had a barbecue restaurant, so it's been his dream to have a place of his own.
Yeah, he had a place in Bryan, Texas, and it was old gathering place, ice house. And actually we painted this white to kind of match my grandfather's place, which had the same white siding on it.
We really made this place with not a lot of money, and I think that really is like the true Houston dream, to start with very little and kind of improve upon, just slowly improving the space over time and building things.
It was really a perfect opportunity for us to come in here and make one of our visions come true. We got married and here we are.
We definitely made a conscious effort in what we chose in terms of the local products in the store.
Some of the best sellers are going to be our 44 Farms products. We hand cut the steaks every couple of days.
People just love the ribeyes and the New York strips, and being able to have those accessible to them at a corner shop, a little mom and pop meat market, is definitely great for the community.
We also do a steak night on Monday nights, which helps customers really experience the quality of the product. On Thursdays, we grind those steaks into hamburgers. It's one of the best burgers in the city, in my opinion. We do Underhill Urban Farms. They do jams, jellies, pickles.
Chiles Quiles salsa. He has 4 different kinds of salsa. Roast everything from beginning to end. It's an incredible product. The farm eggs that we carry are from Ken's Hens. It is a pasture-raised egg, so quality is definitely there.
We also have a number of the local breweries represented here in our store, with different ciders and beers that are made here in town.
Our most popular item is probably the gelato. We carry Sweet Cup Gelato. She has a small little shop off of Montrose. Woman-owned. She's been in Houston serving gelato for, I would say, almost 10 years.
Candle makers are here as well. We have local pierogies from the Pierogi Queen. They can find Texas-made olive oil. We have Craftsman Bakery in the shop, local breads. With over 60 local vendors in the shop, we're probably looking at 100 plus locally made products on our shelves at this point. So we think it'd be great if we were able to custom roast something, maybe a chicory coffee for our customers. Thank you. Our coffees are local. We use Shayla coffee roasters and Cadenza coffee roasters as well. People are making these things, bringing them to us. We're sharing them with our customers, and then that money goes straight back into our local community. It means a lot to us, and I'm sure it means a lot to the makers.
But I just really love the fact that there's so many things that's locally sourced. So it's like looking out for the small businesses, especially during this pandemic. During this period of time, I make it a point to shop here at least twice a week.
Really, at the start of COVID, all of these chefs around town didn't have a place to sell their goods. They weren't working in a restaurant, and they'd come to us and they'd ask, well, what is it that we can sell? We tell them, well, if you made some salsa, we could sell the salsa. If you made some bread, we could sell the bread. And really, that's when a lot of our products in the shop expanded. And we started exclusively seeking out local businesses to carry in the store. And it impacts the local economy almost instantly. I mean, the products made on the shelves are by families, by sisters, by best friends, and by supporting the product that they make, it provides a lot of joy and satisfaction, I think, in every purchase.
Supporting the local producers is the best thing we can do these days.
They focus on the local, really great customer service, a lot of ethnic pieces too in the store, which is really nice.
It's like a neighborhood general store that you can come and have great barbecue.
The brisket's awesome, and first time for the boudin, but the ribs are really good too.
The smoking process really starts with the trimming, which I would say is the most important part of the process.
I start on the bottom half of the brisket, and this is what I call the handle, because I can literally pull this fat out right here. So now we're gonna flip him over. So we got that top side at us, but we've got some fat right in this, what I call the eye, because it's gonna be a bit of an almond shaped cut. If there's too much fat, he's gonna definitely be greasy to the mouthfeel. Too little fat, he's gonna be dry to the mouthfeel, so you wanna trim him just right. So we use the mustard as a binder. Mustard's got a little bit of that vinegar in there, so he's gonna also impart just a little bit of flavor. Very heavy in black pepper, garlic, some paprika. Don't be shy with it.
We only use prime brisket, and we do slow smoke it. It's about an 18-19 hour process.
The meat is amazing, that's clear.
We literally took a bit of everything, and everything is amazing.
So we grew up around brick pits, cast iron doors, Big Red, barbecue sauce, and brisket tamales. It really called us back home again, and we take a lot of pride in what we do because it's so close to home. I remember them just teaching me about the restaurant, and when I was a little kid I didn't really understand why. But now that I'm older, I remember all those old lessons, and it all makes sense now that I've got my own business and make barbecue for a living.
You come down here and you feel like you're outside of Houston. You got the pit outside as you walk in. The food's amazing, the barbecue's outstanding.
You remember those cartoons where the smoke would turn into a hand and
The pie smell.
That's exactly, I think about that all the time. I did accounting work for a number of years and found myself at a desk with an in and out box and a computer, and I don't think it made me as happy as this dream of kind of working with my hands and doing this thing that I grew up with. I get much more pride and joy out of this than I do anything else, and I hope that would create a future for my kids the same way my grandparents did for us.